Welcome back to the channel, guys. Farm Sim Snowy here, and happy Christmas Eve to everybody. These mods came out yesterday, so that would have been the 23rd of December, but they dropped a little bit late for me to do anything with them, so I've jumped on here this morning, Christmas Eve, to go through these. I think there's 14 in total, so they're still coming. I thought giants were on holiday. I think some of them are still in the office. But anyway, first of all, we have this beast. This monster is back. This is the John Deere X9 2020 US and EU version by SiiD Modding. It is 20 slots on console. We do have a X9 in-game, base game, but this has got a ton more options which we'll go through. Very nicely detailed indeed. So this you'll obviously find in vehicles and harvesters. So the in-game standard one is there, the X9 1100. It's the same base price as this modded in one, 550,000. But this one you can't change the capacity on there. You just got a few options like so. So that's pretty much it, and it's only 16,200 litres. Well, I say only, that's quite a lot, but if we scroll right to the end, this is the mod. It's actually 700 horsepower, this one, so it's slightly more. And as you can see, we've got quite a bit of configurations, or quite a lot of configurations. So first of all, we've got factory foldable extension. At the minute, we've got no, and that puts us at 16,200 litres. We can change that to the Maurer XL, that bumps it up to 18,800 litres. Then we've got the Maurer tip up, that takes up to 27,400. And then the Maurer XL, which is also 27,400. So pretty impressive for the capacity there. And then back to no, but I'm going to leave it on that one for a minute because we'll see why in a second. Wheel brand, we've got Continental, Michelin, Mitas, back to Continental. There's a ton of options in all of them. I'm not going to show you all of them, but they got crawler tracks and you can widen the axles. So we've got this one on the Continental. That's going to change the rear tyres if you look. Just that one, and then it starts changing the fronts, and then the rears, the fronts again, then the rears. And we've got crawler tracks. Thin, wide, then it spreads it out, so we've got a wider track, you know, a wider axle there, like so, wider track. And I think that is back to where we started. Similar sort of thing in Michelin. If I just whiz through so you can see, I don't think Michelin has a crawler track as well by the look of it. Mitas, you've got those chunky boys on the front, and no crawler track on there either, so it's just Continental with the crawler tracks if you're a fan of those. And then design, we've got EU1, which puts all these hazard sort of markers on. You've got EU2, so they move them around, and then it puts them up there either side of the cab. We've got US, which slightly changes the lights at the front there. Just by the tyre you can see the orange sort of light, and then you can just see those changing at the rear as well, like so. And then we've got the Aussie version, which puts the oversize stickers on, and also on the front as well. And then back to EU1. Lights, we've got some standard lights and radio. Now it does change in cab, but you can't quite see it. And then we've got standard lights premium, which puts the either side of the John Deere logo. Put some lights there. Standard lights premium and radio. Deluxe lights and radio. Deluxe lights premium. Deluxe lights premium and radio. Back to standard lights. Design, no or demo stickers. So as you can see, we've got some stickers think it's just the ones on the front of the cab there, like so. As we zoom in, built with pride in East Moline, Illinois. X9 demo. There's some on the window there as well, like so. And then we can have a logo John Deere in default tans. What does that do? What am I missing there? Not sure what that does, unless I have missed something. And then back to note, rear hitches, got a couple of options here. So you've got static left side hitch extension, so slightly offset. And then we can go static center hitch extension, which sort of angles it over so you're towing in the center of the harvester. Back to no. Pipe, we've got small or long pipe. Rear axis, we've got standard or wide rear axis. And then back to standard. Numbers, we've got no, and you can go 1 right up to a 19 if you wanted to. Main colour is going to change your hopper up there. You can either have green or black. And then we've got a license plate option, and that is pretty much it. So we'll hop in. What I love is the animation of these steps as well. So when you hop in, they fold round. Start it up. Sounds very cool. If you unfold the harvester, steps come round again, pipe bends out, all those parts move up there, and obviously we can enable straw swath. We can put the pipe out if we wish to, like so. Now, what does R1 and right stick right to left do? I'm not sure. It's got an option there, but I don't know what that is. Can't see what that does. We've got, that is pretty much it actually, isn't it? Let's put that back in. We've got lights, obviously. I went for the deluxe premium, so as you can see, a ton of light options. Do have indicators, like so. Horn, which is a bit quiet. In cab, nice detail. Got some lovely cup holders. Flickering of the mirrors as standard. Pretty cool. And if we do turn the indicators and lights on, we do get the flashing on the dash, which is pretty cool. I like that. And there you go. So that is the John Deere X9 2020 US and EU version by SiiD Modding. And then we've got these guys. Now there's 2 packs involved in these. There's sort of this pack that comes with this one and the larger version like that, and then there's this pack which has this larger version and the smaller version. That will make more sense in a minute instead of me trying to waffle on. But these are the John Deere 616C/716C and the John Deere 612C/712C, and they're both, or all of them, by JHHG. They're all 12 slots on consoles. You can find these under tools and under corn headers would be nice. Like I say, there's 4 of them. So the first pack would be this one, the 6112C, and then that will come with its older brother, which is this guy, I think, 616. Yeah. And then this one comes with this one, if that makes sense. Like I say, they're all 12 slots. Some of them are showing 1 because I've got them out. So this one is 9.1 meter wide. It's going to be for your corn and sunflower. The 712 is 9.1 as well. And then the bigger ones are 12.3 meters wide, as you can see. The options are all exactly the same on all of them. That menu's playing up again. So first of all, we've got stalk stompers. At the minute we've got it on no, and we can go onto this one which puts 2 on there. As you can see, those 2 appear, and we can go right up to the amount of rows that are on this corn header. So we've got 12 there. Basically what they do, I'll show you when I hook up to one in a second. If you put them down as you lower and go over your corn and harvest it, it will stomp the stalks down, so it gets rid of them, which is pretty cool. So you shouldn't have any stalks left if you use that option. Chopping knives, this is, if you look at the very end underneath, adds those bits like that. And then lights, we do have 2 rear working lights just below the John Deere logo, or right in there. You can see it puts a light there, and it puts one up the end there underneath Stalk Master. Attacher type, we've got no, or we can have stand support. The main colour, you can change the tips like that from black to white, and design colour is either green or black, and that is going to do the bars that the stalk stompers sit on. So like I say, they're all exactly the same configurations, so I won't go through them all. What I do is I use this guide just to hook up to one to show you it sort of unfolding, etc. So we'll hook up. At the minute that is in its folded up state. This one I went for everything on there, the bar and everything. So if I do L1 and X, unfold header, brings those guys down. Obviously we can lower it, and if I zoom in, if I do L1 and right stick left and right, puts the stalk stompers down like that, all of them. So as you can see now, it looks a bit more sort of understandable. As you go over your corn, it will whack those stalks down. L1 right stick up and down, it puts those little fins up either side of the header. And that's pretty much it. Obviously the lights will come on when you turn the lights on your harvester. So that is those John Deere corn headers. I won't go through all the numbers again, but they're by JHHG Modding. That's a mouthful. Next up, we've got this setup. This is the MAN TGS Tank Pack by West Modding. It's obviously a tanker, and it comes with this trailer, which is basically like the standard Lizard MKS8 trailer, but it does hold a couple of more extra things. The truck is 13 slots on console, and the trailer is 4 slots on console. They both hold 8,000 litres, but this truck does have a little sort of party trick up its sleeve, which I do like very much. It's nicely detailed. I think I went for quite a few of the options with the lions and the hazard stripes at the cab there. And again, this is nicely detailed too, like so. So the truck you will find under vehicles and under trucks, obviously. There it is there. As you can see down the bottom, it will hold DEF, water, milk, diesel, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, digestate and slurry. 8,000 litre capacity, top speed of 49 miles per hour, and we can choose between 480 horsepower and 500 horsepower. And there it is. But what I like is our first configuration. It says barrel yes. If we go across to no, it removes the barrel. It's only going to cost you 300, and that puts that back to a standard truck. So you can use that as a standard normal truck. It's only going to cost you 300 to remove that tank. So I like that. You're not restricted then of this just being a tanker. You can use it as a normal truck. So it's pretty cool. Wheel brands, we've got Trelleborg, Lizard, Continental, back to Trelleborg. We can't change any of the wheel setups in those. Design, we've got standard or lion, puts the lion on there. Strips, which puts those on the front. And then you can go for all, which puts the lion on there as well. Cabin configuration, we've got cabin M. And then we can go extension M, which obviously changes the cab. Engine setup, at the minute we're sat at 480 horsepower. Go across one, we go up to 500. And then we're back to 480, so only 2 options there. Main colour, you can change the cab to anything you want. There's not huge options on here. There is a few weird, there's not really any in-game options. Interestingly enough, there's a steel option, which is a bit odd because there isn't many, or if any, vehicles that are of the steel brand. It's all sort of normal tools like chainsaws and pressure washers we've got. But there you go, you can do that if you want. Design colour is obviously going to change your tank. And then inner space is going to do your cab. So if you look at the sort of bulkhead behind the seats, that will change up like so. And then rim colour, pretty straightforward. Obvious what that is going to do. Change your rim colours. And then license plate option if you require it. The trailer you will find under tools, and that was under animals. So there's the standard in-game MKS8. It's the same price, holds the same, but that only holds milk, water, liquid fertilizer and herbicide. And there's the modded in one. As you can see, it holds all the same as the actual truck. 8,000 litres again. This menu's playing up. There we go. Wheel brands, we've got Continental, Lizard, and that is it. Can't change any of the wheel setups. And then main colour, again, it's going to be exactly the same as the truck itself. And the license plate option as well if you want to. So let's jump in. Start it up. So let's have a quick look in cab. Very nice detail. We've got the mirrors flicking again. So obviously if you change your cab interior, this would be a different colour. Like so. And if we do the indicators again, it shows up on the dash. Like so. I'll show you the lights. Nice and bright. Beacons. And then we've got indicators. Like so. Horn. Now if we do L1 and X, it says activate dangerous goods label. So if I do that, it puts those stickers on the back and also puts the sign on the front of the cab as well. And we can hook those off. L1 and left on the D-pad, open cover, opens those, which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty much it. But if I reverse up and hook up to the trailer, this does have a ball hitch attacher on the truck as well, so you could hook up pretty much everything by the look of it. Right, so now we're hooked up to the trailer. If I do L1 and X again, this is quite smart. If I zoom in a little bit, flap opens, the stickers come out. That's pretty cool, I like that. We can put them away. We can also open cover. I think this is L1 and up on the D-pad. Yeah, because we've still got the option for the truck as well, look, as you see. And I think that is it for that one as well. So pretty cool, that will come in handy. That is the MAN TGS Tank Pack by West Modding. Next up, we've got this. This is Air Compressor by VertexDezign. It's 2 slots on console. And if you come up to it, it says turn on high pressure washer. So we can do that. It's a bit noisy, but basically this will work the same as a pressure washer. So you can sort of blast the dirt off your vehicles if you want. But it's a little bit noisy. But it's quite cool. It's quirky, I like it. This you'll find in your build mode, under buildings, under tools. If we go right to the end, there it is. Like I say, that's 2 slots, 350 to buy. And obviously we can just place it down, spin it around. Can't change the colours or anything. And that is it. That's pretty cool. Air Compressor by VertexDezign. Behind that we've got this is the Kroger Agroliner PWO24 by Kaztan18, 5 slots on console. It is a Bale loading wagon or Bale loader. I think you can pretty much use it for anything you want. It's quite long, nicely detailed. We do have one of these in game, which I will show you. Now this, did I just say that's 5 slots for this? This you'll find under tools and under Bale loaders. There we go. There is the standard in-game one, which is also 5 slots. Hold round or square bells. This does have a few configurations, so I don't know, is it worth getting this one? I'm not sure. But anyway, here it is. 20,000 base price. We do have a few options. It is slightly obviously different design. We've got Continental, Trelleborgs, Michelin, BKT, VertexDezign, back to Continental. Nothing in Continental. In Trelleborg we can change the wheel setup from standard to standard 2. Michelin, standard, standard 2. Nothing in BKT. VertexDezign, standard and wide, like so, and then back to Continental. Main colour is going to change your frame, like so, and the floor. And then your rim colour obviously will change your rim colour. License plate option as well if you wish to. If we jump in this tractor and hook up to it, because it does all unfold, so you could probably use it, you know, for pallets and whatnot. It does have a front swivel axle, so if we do L1 and X, unfold the trailer. It's got nice animations. The middle sort of stanchions, they don't disappear, so whether they're going to have collisions or not, I'm not sure, but you could use that to load up pallets and big bags, whatever you want, so it's pretty cool. Obviously all the lights work as you'd expect, and that is it. That is the Kroger Agroliner PWO24 by Kaztan18. I'll just get lined up with this fella so that I can show you as well. Turn that off. Next up we've got this. This is the Gutler Matador 6105 by VertexDezign. It's 8 slots on console. It is a roller. I think we've had a couple of these Gutler Matadors now, various sizes. This has got a little bit of a trick up its sleeve as well. Nicely detailed. We've got working lights, etc. on the back. Pretty cool. This you'll find under tools and under rollers. And there it is at the end. 6 metre wide, runs at 9 miles per hour and requires 80 horsepower, so not too hefty. But what we can do is we can change that from a normal roller to a grassland roller. So it puts the bar on the back, so you can use it for your grass work. And if you do, I haven't actually done any grass work with the rollers, but if you do go over this, go over your grass with this, it should add a fertilizing state, which is pretty cool. So I like that. It's only 1500 extra. Gives you 2 options there if you want, and that is pretty much it. I'm just going to hook up to it because it does fold up. That's all I wanted to show you. Like so. So if I do L1 and X, I can fold it up. So it's better for transporting, less dangerous. Oh, I need to unfold it to drop it. That's interesting. Need to unfold it to disconnect it. Okay. So there you go. That is the Gutler Matador 6105 by VertexDezign. Next up, and I'm going to get this lined up as well because there's a couple of little things on here that you might be interested in seeing. This is the Amazon TL3001. This is also by VertexDezign. This is 2 slots on console. This is a subsoiler. Very cool. It's got some nice animations on this as well. I like that. And as you can see, behind it, it does have a 3-point linkage, so you can hook this up to other things. I'll show you in the shop some examples, because on the Mod Hub website there is a couple of pictures of it hooked up to things. So that you will find under tools, and that is going to be under subsoilers. And there it is, 7,520 to buy, requires 90 horsepower, 3 meter wide, and runs at 7 miles per hour when it's working. So shears we can have small or big. As you can see, it opens those up, and that is about it. It's going to cost you another 450 for that. That's pretty cool. We'll hook up to this and I'll show you the animations of what it does. So if you watch the little metal, I guess they're sort of like, I can't think of my words today, look like levers to unwind the, anyway, unfold, they spin round and that folds down. Pretty cool. And obviously we can lower that down. If you lower it down with it folded up, it's obviously not going to be deep enough for you to go over your fields with. I think that's pretty much it. Obviously, like I say, if you did have it hooked up like that, you can attach something else that's sort of 3 meter wide, and in the pictures it does show it being hooked up to harrows, this fella, so that would hook up behind it, so you'd subsoil and then cultivate behind as you go, which is pretty cool. 3 meters as well, same brand as well. And it does also show it hooked up to this, which actually, oh no, not that one, this one which does actually have that harrow attached to the front, and then obviously it's got the seeder, but all comes as one lump. So you could hook up to that, so then you can subsoil, cultivate, seed all at the same time. So that'd be pretty cool. And again, 3 meters, so it's all going to fit and work together. Let's move on from there to this next one. So that was the Amazon TL3001 by VertexDezign. Next up, we've got this. This is that brand. This is the Axis 402 by Camelos 0397, 5 slots on console. It is a fertilizer spreader. Also do lime as well. Again, nicely detailed, a few options on there. I think I pretty much went for everything. And this you'll find under tools and under fertilizer spreaders. And there it is. As you can see, it does solid fertilizer and lime. Goes up to 42 meters. You can drop that down to 15 if you wish to, and you can change the capacity. So at the minute we're on this one, which is 1400 liters. We can go 1900, 2700, 3200, back down to 1400. Anti-mud guards, yes or no, puts those on the front. Attachers, you've got a trailer hitch attachment at the back if you want to, pretty cool. Cover, yes or no, and then transport wheels, yes or no. Pretty smart. I'll just hook up to that because I'll just show you it opening the cover. Like so. Nice animations, and we can lower it if we want. And then if I hold down L1 and click R3 for me, we can go from 42 down to 36, 30, 21, 18, 15, back up to 42. So that is pretty much it. That is that brand, Axis 402 by Camelos 0397. Next up, we've got these. Now I'll show you different sort of configurations you could hook these up to. I'll talk you through them. This is the Seppi Multipla 59 by BlackEyes Modding. So we've got sort of the base one, which is this one. That's 3 slots on console. And then we've got this bigger fella here, which is the Multipla. This is 7 slots on console. This is mulchers, or these are mulchers. So we'll take a look at them in store, and then it will be a bit more apparent, hopefully. So these you'll find under tools again, and they will be under mulchers. So like I say, this is the S9 base. This is 3 slots. And we can change a few things up. Requires 100 horsepower. So you do need to remember, if you do link these together, you will need to add up the horsepower and take that into consideration. So this is 2.8 meter working width, and it will run at 7 miles per hour. We've got a few options. With design, we can change from old colouring to new colouring, like so. Now, attacher type, it says 3-point there. So at the minute, this will hook up, as it is, hook up to the rear of your tractor, so you'll tow it along, because we've got the little flap there at the back. So you'll hook that up to the back, tow it along, and mulch your fields like so. If we change that to 3.2, that now becomes a front 3-point, so you can hook that up to the front of your tractor and push it along. And then you can go 3.3, and you put both of them on there, so it does give you the option to do either, which is pretty cool. And it doesn't cost you anything to change any of those, so that's pretty smart. And then next to that, we've got the S9 Multipla, and like I said, this is 7 slots on console, 42 grand, so it's a little bit pricey if you're going to use all of them together. This requires 150 horsepower, so obviously you add them together, you're going to need a tractor at least 250, might get away with a little bit less. 9 meter working width, but I'll come back to that in a second. 7 miles per hour as well, and all you can change on this is old colouring or new colouring, like so. That does put an extra grand on you though for the colouring. Right, so what I've done is I've got one set up for the front just to show you, so I'm going to hook up to that. So this will just be on its own at 2.8 meters wide. So if I do L1 and I'll turn on mulcher, and then L1 circle to lower mulcher. I mean, obviously you'll use this on the fields, but it will mulch grass. I'm just showing you as an example. So that is that one. I'm just going to drop that over there, turn that off, so it gets it out of the way. Now if you use it just as this next setup, you're going to end up with a strip running through the middle, because obviously we have nothing connected to the front. So I don't recommend using it like this, because you'll have to go over this area again to get rid of that center strip, but I'll just show you. So if we obviously unfolded it, turn it on, lower it, as you can see it's going to leave that strip there. But if we hook round over here, I mean, what you could do is you can, this is the beauty about it, you can hook that front one back up, and that will get rid of that center strip. But what else you can do if you wanted to tow it all is hook up, if I can get reversed onto it, let's get a better camera angle. If we hook up to this fella, no, that isn't done it. Come on. It's too early in the morning. Hook up to that fella. That again will get rid of that center strip. So if we go over here, we'll unfold everything, and we'll fire that all up. Do the rear one, start that up, lower it down. As you can see, that does it all in one motion now, like so. Turn that off. So there you go. That was the Seppi Multipla 59, no S9, sorry, that's my bad writing, by BlackEyes Modding. Next up we have this. I think this was on FS19 or something very similar. This is the all-purpose tool by SimulagriModding. There's 2 slots on console and it does have a few uses. So this you'll find under tools, and this is actually under animals. Go towards the end, there it is. 1500 to buy. As you can see, you can transport either 3 pigs or 3 sheep, so it will be used as a animal transport trailer if you want to. All we can change is the main colour from anything on there, like so. It does put another grand onto your price. You can also, in the picture, they've got a Mahindra across. You can drive the Mahindra up into there. You can put bales in there, you can put anything you want in there really. Pallets, big bags, so it's going to be quite useful. Obviously you probably will need a weight. If you can hook it up to the front or the rear of your tractor, but you're going to need a weight, I would imagine, as it gets filled up. So as we're hooked up to it, if I do L1 and X, that says unfold livestock trailer. If you just look on each corner, it kind of, all it does is hook up the little latches, the silver latches, put them back down. Now they're unlocked, and then keep it like that. We can do L1 right stick, right or left, that undoes that side, and then right stick up or down does that side. And obviously you can move them up and down. We can lower it down, it goes to the floor, so you could drive up if you wanted to. If we do R1 and R1 and then right stick press in, fasten the tension straps, and we can also unfold that front one as well with R1 and right stick up and down. It's pretty cool. I like that. That is all-purpose tool by SimulagriModding. Next up we've got this, which is Lizard car trailer by Kaztan18. 3 slots on console. Few options we can do on this. This you'll find under tools, and this will be under trailers. Right at the end, 3,500 to buy, base price. Will hold pretty much all those crops down the bottom and items, so it holds quite a lot. Does have a capacity, so at the minute we're at 1400 litre capacity. We can turn it into a Bale trailer, which also still does have a capacity, and then we can go up to 2800 capacity, back down to 1400. Now if you go into the Bale trailer or this higher capacity, you lose the option for the cover, so just something to note there. So I'll leave it on 1400 so you can see the cover options. Wool brand, we've got Continental or Lizard. Lizard, can't change anything. Continental, we can go standard or standard 2, like so. Cover, yes or no, like so. Then cover colour, obviously we can change like that. Rim colour, we've got chrome, silver, grey or black, and then license plate option as well if you want to. So let's grab that tractor. I'll just show you a couple of things on there as well. So if we hook up, if we do L1 and left on the D-pad, that will open the cover at the back, and then L1 and X, unfold tipper, puts the flap down. And you can also fasten the tension straps with R1 and R3, like so. And if I do L1 and R1, it says unload here, so the flap will come down, it will unload, it will just pour out, there's no tipping action, like so. And that is it. That is Lizard car trailer by Kaztan18. 2 left to go. Next up we've got this. which again I think was on FS19. This is Old Water Trailer by Baki. There's 3 slots on console. Very cool old looking trailer with the wood effect. Front swivel axle again. Different options for sort of what, well, it's all grey, you'll see in a second, but you can have galvanised or sort of a bit more of a shine to it. This you'll find under tools, and this was animals again. You probably spotted it just a minute ago. Right at the end, water trailer, 2,000 to buy. Obviously only holds water, and it holds 1,000 litres of water. All we can change is the main colour, and there is a lot of grey in here. So we've got some dark greys, a bit more of a shine to it. And then we've got a couple of galvanised ones at the end. Slightly darker one, but it doesn't cost you anything else for those options. I'm not going to hook up to it because it's pretty much that is it. It does what it says. Will hold 1,000 litres of water. That is Old Water Trailer by Baki. Last one is this. It's Heavy Duty Shelf by DerMindener. Might have said that wrong. DerMindener. 5 slots on console. It's obviously going to be storage shelf for your farm, so you can put whatever you want, pallets under there, big bags, and then you can go up to the shelves. Front loader tools, anything like that you can stack on here. I like the sort of guard areas, so you're not going to bang into it. That's pretty cool. And this one you'll find in your build mode. This is under decoration and under others, and it's right at the end there. 1,000 to buy, 5 slots. It says 1 because obviously you've already got one down. Spin it round how you want. And obviously if you're not aware, we have now got, with that update that came out, if I press triangle we can toggle free mode on or off. So at the minute if I go too close to an existing building or thing like that, it won't let you do it. But if I press triangle now, I can go pretty much right up to that. So that's pretty cool. There you go. So that is the mods. Obviously they did come out yesterday, so apologies I didn't get them out on the same day, but we have got there in the end. I've no idea if there's going to be any more out today, but like I say, it is Christmas Eve now, so I'm not sure. I will keep my eye on it, but this week so far they have been coming out a bit late, so I'll see what I can do if there is some that drop today. Hope you have all enjoyed the mod review. If you have, please give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.